Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome today here in Calgary, Alberta for this exciting matchup. We have Jane Deere taking on Living Dead in a classic Battle of Alberta as well. My name is Professor Aggressor.
And my name is Jazernaut.
Fantastic. Glad to have you here beside me for this exciting matchup today as well. So let's take a quick look at our roster for Living Dead. We have number 09, Roxy Balboa, number 107, Smoke Show, number 1208, Fire Vixen, number 13, Killer Koala, number 180, Rip Curl, number 21, Harley Sin, number 23, Smacks, number 30, Push Push Pass, number 31, Lurch, number 41, Magic Wanda, number 53, Logan, number 61, Spitney, number 64, Attica Flinch, and number 89, Emsky. And I do believe that today Smacks will not be skating, as well as Lurch and Logan, but they are on the roster. And just a quick note for our bench staff as well, Mad Piper, Clumsy Lover, and Sour Cherry. And I'll pass it over to our other team right away for you. Here we go.
All right, so for our Jane Deere roster, we're looking at 011 Blair Block, 106 Madam Mim, 1407 Lady Bits, 162 Luscious Lynn, 2 Punchkin, 33 Anna Flash, 393 Rogue Rash, 577 Rolling Blackout, 69 Lush Luther, 10 Shell C3PO, 11 Mamer, 15 Jigs, 18 is Sonia Blade, 265 Annie Linquit, 36 Iva Whip, 5 Nightmare, 624 Masquerade, 99 is Brass Monkey. And for our bench staff, we are looking at Kiki, Engage, Mona Lisa, and Babe Slice.
And then on third base, we have Nitmare as well. So Nitmare will not be skating. And also to add, Rolling Blackout will not be skating either today as well. We have just 47 seconds left until the game. And one interesting point to note is that the Deers played against the Living Dead, this team, exactly 1 year ago here at Flat Track Fever. And the Deers actually won it all last year as well. So we'll see what happens this year in another exciting matchup in this classic Battle of Alberta. All right, we're getting lined up, ready to go. 23 seconds left to go. We have Masquerade up against Harley Sin as we start things off in a very sunny afternoon here in Calgary, Alberta. Some great weather we've had this weekend. Luckily, we're indoors with some air conditioning as well. So really appreciate that and all the efforts and just everyone here as well. We've had such a great turnout and great support by our skating officials, non-skating officials, volunteers, announcers. Just everyone's been so grateful, and the fans for coming out. Here we go. We're underway. Harley Sin, Masquerade coming it from the back. Masquerade trying to find her way on the inside. Both jammers pushing through. Looks we got a bump and grind as we have number 106 going down for Jane Deere as well. Recycled is the jammer for Jane Deere with a great hit by Attica Flinch there as well. Both jammers, they're trying to find their way through. Some great defense so far in the back end. Masquerade getting shoved there by the pivot. Coming through around the outside. Oh, but we do have our first lead jam status of the game going to Harley Sin of the Living Dead. But not far behind, Masquerade does make her way through for the initial pass. Both jammers now making their way around, coming back into the pack. Harley Sin coming in from behind. Killer Koala going on the inside. Oh, and look at that. We got the pivot, number 89. That was a great move by Emsky there coming around the outside. And it looks like the jam is called off. And no points picked up. I do not believe. So that was a scoreless jam. So it is still 0-0 Living Dead and Jane Deere. And, of course, we would like to say a thank you here as well. So Flat Track Fever 2019 would not be possible without our fantastic hosts, Calgary Roller Derby and Chinook City Roller Derby. So thank you for all your hard work and hosting this fantastic event. Next up, we have Fire Vixen and Rogue Rash going again. And look at that, a quick one by Rogue Rash getting out early, picking up that lead jam status for Jane Deere. Heading back into the pack. Looks like number 99, I believe that's Brass and Monkey. Yes, it is. The pivot was pushing out there, number 1208 Fire Vixen for the Living Dead. And a couple of quick bumps in the back end. There we go, and a penalty. 2 penalties Looks like we will have our first power jam of the day. Jane Deere going on that power jam. Let's see what they can do. Rogue Rash. That's a very strong it was almost a 4-pod there, a tripod that was going there as well, making her way through the middle. Brass Monkey with a quick shove in order to get Rogue Rash out and away, where she's picking up 4 points there for Jane Deere. So current score 4-0 with that 4-point pass. Coming back in from the back. Trying to go around the outside. We're stopping number 180 for Living Dead, squeezing her around the mid. Oh, there we go. Yep, she makes her way around. And Jigs comes out of the penalty box as well as number 1208, Fire Vixen, which comes back up. Oh, we had a quick little fall by Smoke Show there as well, but she seems to be up and all right. Rogue Rash making way around as well. Brass Monkey gave the recycle notice to Fire Vixen, so she's coming back in. Oh, looks like we're having an attempt in either a star pass or at least just hiding it for this point at this time of the game. And, oh, there we go. Yep. What a great hit as well. But Road Rash coming up from behind. And it was indeed a successful star pass as we anticipated. That is going to number 180, Rip Curl for the Living Dead. Rogue Rash, though, making another pass and picking up 4 points. And that is the jam. Wow, that was a 16-point jam. So one of the first jams in the game, getting 16 points to 0 right there.
That was a great jam, and the fact that the helmet cover pass was done in the second jam of the game is just showing how good those blockers are at building the solid walls and containing those jammers.
Absolutely. Next up, Harley Sin and Lady Bits. Going at it in the back of the line. Here we go, making their way through the pack. Lady Bits finding some trouble. A great block by Killer Koala, making her go to the inside. There's a lot of action in that pack. Lady Bits took a bit of a tumble, but is back up and doing fine. Harley Sin making her way around the outside and gets that lead jam status for a Living Dead. Oh, and Lady Bits taking off the star. Let's see what she's doing with that. Oh, just makes her way around the outside. Squeezes on by for that initial pass. Harley Sin coming back into the back of the pack. Squeezing away around the outside, but gets blocked and calls off the jam. Before Jane Deere would have came back and picked up some points. So that's a good call. 3 points picked up for the Living Dead in that jam. All right, for the Living Dead, we have Spitney coming in. I believe this is her first jam of the game. And Masquerade as well, number 624 for Jane Deere. And we're off to the races. Masquerade almost got through there really early, but got recycled by the pivot. Number 180, Grip Curl. Oh, and Spitney, she almost had it on the inside lane there, but she got knocked down, has to come all the way back around. But it is indeed Masquerade picking up that lead jam status for Jane Deere. Oh, but another star pass. Wow. Or attempted it at least. Spitney is looking to hand it off to the pivot there. I believe is that 180 Rip Curl? I think that's what I said earlier. And let's see if she gets by, and she does. And it is indeed Rip Curl, number 180. Ripper. My apologies. That is Rip Curl, isn't it? I thought.
I don't know.
I'm looking at 180 right here, Rip Curl. Maybe she has a different name for this game. But we'll see that. Anyways, long story short, Jane Deere picking up 1 point on that, so they're at 17 to the Living Dead's 3 points. Another exciting matchup here on the jam line. Rogue Rash, Harley Sin. Rogue Rash going up front early. Some great blocks by Emsky. And we have a penalty going to number 6-4, I do believe. That is Attica Flinch. And lead jam status going to Rogue Rash as she makes her way around. Let's see what other action can be done as Harley Sin is still trying to make her initial pass. Gets recycled and taking off the helmet, or taking off the star again. Look at that. So many of these. And in that meantime, Rogue Rash picking up 4 more points as she makes her way around as well. Harley Sin, I'm losing her in the action here, but she's somewhere in that tight pack. But Rogue Rash just slipping around on the outside. 4 points. And let's see. Oh, and a hit by number 162. I believe that's Luscious Lynn. And there we go, number 2 on Harley Sin. So taking off the star, putting it back on, as that was her initial pass. For Rogrash, calling off that jam as she got recycled. And we will be picking up 2 more points there for Jane Deere. So current score readout, Jane Deere 27, Living Dead 3.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of star passes just for the purpose of getting through the initial pass. You don't need the helmet cover on your helmet in order to complete your initial pass. You do, however, have to have it on if you want to score any points on the passes further.
Yep. Good call. And a few of the games we've seen the star just actually get fallen off and on the ground, so they had to go around and pick it back up again. But here we go. Jane Deere, Lady Bits, taking that lead jam status as well. So that's great to see again. With Fire Vixen trying to work her way through. Does get recycled by Lush Luthor, I do believe that is. Coming back in, trying to move away. Oh, like a nice little spin move there on the inside lane as she makes her way to the outside. And wow, it's so in and out, back around. And there we go. And then is number 1208 again, Fire Vixen. Jane Deere looking for some action. Yep. Lady Bits made her way through and calls out the jam as she picks up 4 points. It passed all the players there, picking up 4 points for Jane Deere. So current score, Jane Deere 31, Living Dead 3. So far it's looking like a similar matchup from last year where Jane Deere did take it, but still lots of game left. We still have 21 minutes left in the first half and a whole other half to go, so anything can happen. As we all know, this is roller derby. Next to line, Emsky and Masquerade. Wow, look at that. Emsky making a swift move, picking up that lead jam status early on as Jane Deere and Masquerade is at the front of the back there and finally gets her way through for that initial pass. And, oh, there we go. Yep. And Masquerade taking a penalty as well. So we have a power jam for Living Dead. So let's see what Emsky can do in this situation. That's a very tight back formation as well. Emsky coming up the middle, trying to push her way through. Gets shoved out to the outside. And shoved out eventually by number 33 in a flash. Emsky coming back in again. Looks like a penalty going to number 33. That's in a flash for that move there. So they are down to yet another skater. But Emsky makes her way through. Has very little people on the defense there. And that is the jam. 4 points. That was a great little jam there for Living Dead, picking up that 4 points and chipping away at that lead.
Every little bit helps.
Mm-hmm. Our officials doing a great job out there as they have this entire tournament. And this is the final day, folks. So if you're still interested, make sure to catch up on the action on our live stream as well. Now, we have Spitney for Living Dead and Masquerade for Jane Deere, working hard on that jam line. And Spitney was making it, and she got out. Spitney taking that lead jam status. Masquerade making her way through the middle. Some great blocks by number 107. That was Smoke Show pushing her to the outside. That is a fast-moving pack there right now. And we have Spitney working her way through. Oh, there's a great move there. And that is indeed 4 points for Spitney. Again, chipping away at that lead. In a flash, coming back onto the track. Let's see what both teams can do. Spitney, and a quick fall by the pivot. Spitney was pushed out by number 18. That is Sonia Blade. And the jam is called off. So it's 2 points picked up there as well. So that was a great jam as well. So again, chipping away that lead. Like I said, every little bit helps. So we have a current score, Jane Deere 31, Living Dead 13.
And Jane Deere has been using the exact same jammer rotation that they have used in their first 2 games here. They have found something that works and sticking with the same jammer rotation. If it works,
yeah. Don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah, don't mess with it if it's good.
That's right. Oh, there we go. Breaking up that, but that pack. Harley Sin is all alone up there trying to push her way through. There we go, Masquerade coming back in. Getting ready for the defensive line in the back. Harley Sin picking up lead jam status for Living Dead. Masquerade trying to find her way through. It was the middle, now it's the outside. Gets pushed out quickly, comes back in, make her way all through the track there. As Harley Sin is coming right in from behind, trying to take that inside lane. Gets pushed out, but eventually Masquerade for that initial pass, she gets through. But in the same time, Harley Sin, look at that, another 4 points. And yep, she's calling off the jam to collect those points, call it off, refresh, and reset.
That's a great strategy by Living Dead to force that no pack right off the line. They knew that Jane Deere's jammer was coming back out of the box pretty quick, so they want to force that no pack, and they got to let the jammer through.
Makes sense to me.
Work smarter, not harder.
Work smarter, not harder. I like it.
I don't know if that qualifies for roller derby, but
you know, it does. It really does. It really does. All right, on the line, Rogue Rash and Rip Curl. I'll call her Rip Curl. I think it's Rip Curl. And it's Rip Curl. There we go. Picking up lead jam status. But not far behind is Rogue Rash as well as they make their way around the track. That pack is swiftly moving. Oh, and wow, that was a big hit. I think it was Lush Luthor there, I do believe. Yep. That was a great hit. Rip Curl coming up the inside, calling off the jam as well. And that is now 4 leads in a row for Living Dead. So they've really changed the pace here. And look at that. Like, they're just knocking away at that score. Now it's 31 Jane Deere to 19 for Living Dead. So just chipping and chipping and chipping away. That's how you got to do it.
Well, that's the way to control the game and earn the points, is to get lead jam.
That's the way. I like it indeed. So we'll take a look here as we go back to the line. Looks like we have Harley Sin and Lady Bits as we get started in this Jam 11. Harley Sin fighting, and a penalty going to Harley Sin, so she's taking a quick break. And wow, the pivot as well. Number 99, that's Brass Monkey, getting off to the Sin bin as well. So we'll see what Lady Bits can do for Jane Deere here on this power jam. And she finds the inside lane. Yes, sir, Bob. She'll take it. And she picks up that lead jam status. The pack is staying pretty stagnant at this point as they wait for Lady Bits to come back around. She's all the way through, coming in through the back. Pushed to the inside, knocked out and gets recycled, comes back in. And not too far behind though, Harley Sin coming out of the Sin bin. And Brass Monkey as well. Everybody's coming out of the penalty box now. And we had the pivot. Oh, the pivot fell with after a quick hit there. So that's number 8 and 9. That was Emsky taking a bit of a slip and a drip with Lady Bits squeezing on by. And that is with that pass 4 points for Lady Bits. And Harley Sin as well doing that initial pass as she came out of the penalty box. So she is doing that now. And Lady Bits calls off the jam. And that was a big late hit there. I believe that was number, I can't even see at this point. Who was that? Right there. Show me your number.
Number 13? Killer Koala was hit by Brass Monkey, I believe.
Was that what it was? I thought it was Mad Madam Mim. Anyways, we'll have to check out the replay after the game and we can come back to it.
I'm going to be going and watching the replay.
That's right. Nope. And an official timeout is called. So, roller derby helps girls under 18 develop confidence, leadership, and organizational skills. Help girls keep playing this amazing sport by providing access to roller derby. Support Girls on Track Foundation today. And we're back. No pack. Wow, look at that. Masquerade taking advantage of that and making her way through, picking up that the lead jam status for Jane Deere, and a penalty going to the pivot for the Living Dead. Masquerade coming back into things here in the middle, working on the inside. Some pushing, some shoving, and she gets knocked back through the middle. Yep, and there she goes. That's another 4 points for Masquerade. Another great jam for her, absolutely. Harley Sin now coming back onto the track from the penalty box. Both jammers coming in the back. Wow, that was a swift move. That was a great block by Punchkin in order for Masquerade to make that pass, picking up some more points, another 4 points. And this will be Harley Sin's initial pass. She came out of the penalty box. And Masquerade is coming back into the pack as well. Oh, a nice little shove there by Masquerade saying, get out of here, I want to get on by. And she calls off the jam as Harleyson was coming back around. 0 points for Harleyson on that pass. And that is the end of that one. 2 points there picked up by for Jane Deere.
All right, so as it stands now, the Living Dead are sitting at 19 points, and Jane Deere is sitting at 48 points. And we have just over 13 minutes left in this first half.
These games do fly by very quickly indeed. All right, looks like we have Rip Curl. Oh, there was a penalty. Oh my goodness, this is a power jam. I must have missed that. My apologies, folks. Brass Monkey gets a bit of a shot by Emsky in the back. Coming in from behind, Rip Curl. Coming back to the track, making way to the inside. Gets cut off. Going around to the outside, no one there. So that is the lead jam for Rip Curl. Making a way around as well. Killer Koala getting set up against Shell C3PO. Emsky in the back. Getting ready and prep for Masquerade to come back in from the sin bin. Masquerade with the star in her hand. Trying to push her way through as Rip Curl comes back from behind after push from Lush Luther. And a penalty going to Jane Deere. 2. Oh my goodness. And 1 for Living Dead as well. So that's 2 penalties in that jam. And some great toe stopping action as she calls off the jam there. And that was Rip Curl for Living Dead calling it off. And this has been 3 jammer penalties for Living Dead so far, and only 2 for Jane Deere. So lots of action out there indeed on the penalty box as we see that that door revolving in and out of that penalty box. All right, next up at the line, Fire Vixen and Rogue Rash getting ready to go here in the back. Fire Vixen finding that, oh my goodness, that middle of the pack there, but then Rogue Rash finds the inside lane and picks up the lead jam for Jane Deere. Fire Vixen not far behind, making her way around the bend. Rogue Rash getting hard to get up to the pack. Pack is ready and assembled and are ready to go. Here they are. Rogue Rash pushing her way through, trying to find the inside, gets knocked out. And that is the jam. 3 points picked up there for Jane Deere. Living Dead 0 on that one. Current score, Jane Deere in the lead, 51 to Living Dead's 21. And another great jam lineup here. Lady Bits and Rip Curl coming back into things here as we're getting set for the next jam. Jam 15 underway. Rip Curl getting out early, takes a bit of a tumble. Gets up quickly, trying to find her way through the outside, but it is indeed Lady Bits picking up the lead jam status and a bit of a hit there in the back on number 011. That's Blair Block taking a bit of a tumble, but getting back up all right. Lady Bits just in front of Rip Curl. Lead jam coming back into the pack now. Ooh, that was a big hit by number 89. That was Emsky there. And the jam is called off. I hope she's okay. It looks like she's all right. She's up, skating it off, and coming back around. That was a high block going to Emsky there, number 89 for Living Dead. So she's heading to the penalty box as we get set up for the next jam. And we have a timeout by Jane Deere. It's time to give a shout out to Rydell Skates. So Rydell Skates has skates you'll love from entry level to elite. Their skates offer the latest design and materials for a perfect fit and peak performance. Visit rydellskates.com. From practice scrims to flat track fever, Nerd Roller Skates has you covered. Calgary's roller skate shop is everything you need right here today. See your Roxy at the Nerd Roller Skates booth all weekend and shop online anytime at nerdskates.com. And we're still in a team timeout here as we're wrapping up and getting ready to head into the next jam. And there's the whistle to bring the folks back onto the track. Masquerade up against Spitney. Let's see what they can do as they get lined up on the jam line. Shell C3PO getting low and ready for Spitney early on. There we go. Masquerade pushing hard through the middle. And yes, indeedy, the lead jam is going to Masquerade. As Spitney is still working hard in the back. Find that inside lane. One more to go. Yep, there's the pass. Initial pass going to Spitney. Masquerade making her way back into the pack. Here we go. It's a sea of green as they move forward and push their way through. Masquerade on the outside gets knocked out. And that was number 30, push pass with that hit. And the jam was called off, and that was 3 points for Jane Deere. Current score, Jane Deere in the lead with 55 points up against Living Dead's 21. And we're getting set to go for another jam here. It's also interesting to note that in this complex, we have a half pipe as well for any of the skaters who want to practice some new skills or just get warmed up in the corner. So feel free to use that, but stay safe out there. Indeed, there's some pretty cool tricks out there. Back to the derby action. Rogue Rash picking up a lead jam status, making her way around. As she gets that for Jane Deere, off to a good start. Harley Sin is up in the middle, pushing her way through the pack. That's a very tight formation trying to get through that line. She's not going anywhere right now. She's trying her hardest on her toes. Oh my goodness, Rogue Rash, look at that. Slips on by. That's another 4 points for Jane Deere. And a penalty going to the pit for Jane Deere as well, as Rogue Rash makes her way back into the pack. Oh, looks like we have a attempted star pass, and it was successful. But the pivot was, I think that was Rip Curl, I do believe, was knocked out in the back. And Rip Curl coming up, making her way. Oh, look at that. Just, yep, come on through. There's my team here, shaking hands and passing folks here. Rip Curl taking that pass. But at the same time, Rogue Rash picking up 4 points, making her way around. Attica Flinch in the front, trying to knock her out, but Rogue Rash passes on by and calls off the jam before Rip Curl comes back up to score some points.
So it's interesting to note that Jane Deere has actually successfully got lead jammed the last 4 jams.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you can definitely see it in the points. That was a 12-point jam last jam, bringing us to 67 for the Jane Deeres and 21 for Living Dead.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a great jam indeed. A lot of fast-paced action and a lot of great teamwork to open up those lines as well. And we have a team timeout called as well, so we're taking a little bit of time to get used to that. So let's get to know you a bit better. Where are you from? What's your story?
I am from Red Deer, Alberta, and I skate with Nuclear Free.
With the Boom.
With the Boom.
Ah,
yeah, you betcha. We're having fun this weekend. It is a great tournament. I am chronically a blocker.
Fantastic.
I love it.
We really appreciate you coming out to Saskatoon the other weekend. I was there announcing that one, so it was great to see you out there too.
Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely a sport where if you like to play it, you like to travel.
That's right. Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're here in Calgary. I mean, closer for you than for me, but super happy to be here, and it's been a great, exciting weekend so far. And for the Living Dead, a point to note that in the last 4 jams, they have remained scoreless, so they've been at 21 points for quite some time now, but we're back underway. Here we go, Emsky, Lady Bits going up head-to-head. Both in the back of the pack trying to find their way through. Mamer coming back in from the penalty box, and it is Emsky picking up that lead jam status early on for Living Dead. But right on her tail is Lady Bits. Let's see if there's any jammer-on-jammer action here. A little bit of bumping, a little bit of grinding. No, not quite yet. There we go, MC calling it off.
It was interesting. Lady Bits decided she was going to do a bit of blocking and form a tripod with some of her blockers just to hold off the Living Dead for a bit.
Yeah, indeed. That was great to see. Always great to see the different strategies coming out in Derby. Wow, this game is flying by. Look at the time just now. We got 6:53 left in this game, flying on by as we have Masquerade going up against the Ripper in this next jam. Punchkin doing a great job there, pushing out the jammer. That's number 180. That's a Rip Curl. Out in front, Masquerade trying to find a way around, working our way in the mid-pack. And she got one left to go. There we go. Yeah, she gets on through, picking up a lead jam there for Jane Deere. Rip Curl coming around the outside there. Wow, that's she's got some folks to push through. The skaters are off. And an attempt there. And I believe that was Brass Monkey trying to get a one last little quip in there on Rip Curl, but Rip Curl makes the pass. Oh, and Masquerade takes a bit of a tumble there and calls off the jam just in time before Rip Curl came back in from the back.
We do have one Jane Deere that was sent to the box. I'm not exactly sure what that penalty was for, but definitely noticed that once both teams took that time out and calmed themselves down a little bit, that they stemmed the penalty flow. Our jammers have stopped getting penalties here, and there's been a lot less people going to the box.
Which is great to see.
Makes for a more exciting game.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Harley Sin, Rogue Rash on the line. Harley Sin getting out early in front. It's a tight tripod formation trying to make her way to the inside. Gets stopped. Shell C3PO doing a great work on the right-hand side. And Rogue Rash gets recycled. And, wow, there we go. Takes a penalty as well. So we have a power jam and a lead jam going to Harley Sin. Let's see what they can do, taking advantage and chip away at this lead. There's a 50-point differential at this point in the game, 71-21. Harley Sin coming in from the back. Makes her way through the middle. And number 2 coming in for Jane Deere. That's Punchin coming out of the penalty box. And penalty. Wow, we just talked about not having any penalties, and looking at all these penalties now. There we go. That's push, pass, taking a penalty as well. Going off for 30 seconds. And Harley Sin picking up 4 points on that pass. Living Dead is now scoreless for 6 jams. Except for this one.
Except for this one. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, they just broke the 6 jam.
There we go.
Scoreless streak.
There we go. Calls it off. Breaking that 6-point scoreless jam streak. Picking up another 4 points there. So that's 8 points. Well done, Harley Sin there. Chipping away at that lead. Jane Deere leads 71 to Living Dead 29.
It's definitely a great way to take advantage of a power jam. Put 8 points on the board.
That's the way you got to do it. Rip Curl's back. That was fast. I thought we were just talking about her.
I think she plays an awful lot.
Yeah, I'm getting that sense. And it is a power jam start as well, as a Rip Curl is up alone but gets pushed out there. Early on, that was Andy Lindquist, I do believe. Rip Curl making way on the outside. There she goes, and she is off and away. And push, pass from the last jam coming back on now after that penalty had expired. Rip Curl finding that tripod at the top of the pack, pushing her way through. You can see the determination, and gets knocked out to the outside, going all over. Oh, and takes a bit of a tumble there by Lush Luthor, number 6'9" for Jane Deere. As Rip Curl comes back to the inside, Rogue Rash back into things now, coming into the back of the pack. Rogue Rash trying to find their way through a tight formation, and some great defense there by the Living Dead. And a penalty going to Jane Deere. But it is indeed, there we go, putting the star back on top. Rogue Rash making that initial pass. And Living Dead, that's Rip Curl calling off that jam. That was a great 4 points picked up there by Living Dead. And we have just, under, I guess, 3 minutes left in this first half. It's really flying by, my goodness.
It is, it's going by fast. 71 for Jane Deere and 33 for Living Dead. It's still anybody's game.
It really is. Derby is that way. As you've seen in the last couple days, actually, some really tight games and a lot of switcheroos in terms of scores and who's in the lead. So here we go. Lady Bits, Harley Sin, back at the line, pushing her way through hard. Lady Bits takes a bit of a tumble, making her way through. A little shove there by Roxy Balboa as Lady Bits comes in from the back. Harley Sin trying to still push her way through. Maimer doing a great job on the blocking there, but finds the inside line and gets hit outside by, I can't tell who that was, but she's coming back in around now, so I'll be able to see that's number 15. I believe that is Jigs. Yes, I am correct. So Harley Sin coming back in, pushing her way through the back. Maimer doing some great blocking there. Hands are up, so we don't get a penalty there. That was number 30 for Living Dead. And so we don't have a lead jammer at this point, do we? This has been...
no, we don't.
Yeah, this has been a long initial start. Here we go. There's one. And we have, that's Lady Bits coming around.
We have a Living Dead player in the box for a multiplayer.
Healthy player penalty going there. Here we go, Harley Sin. Oh, wow, Lady Bitch just pushing her way through at the top of the pack. Whoop, hands it up, and she's off. Harley Sin coming from behind, and a penalty going to Living Dead as well. So, wow, that door just keeps revolving as some go in, some come out. And Lady Bit's coming down. Harley Sin taking off that star. Let's see what can be done. Trying to pass it to Emski, the pivot, I do believe. I think Emski does have it in her hand, and she makes her way through. In the meantime, Lady Bit's picking up 4 points on that pass. And this will be the initial pass for Living Dead, so no points on that pass. Lady Bit's coming back into the pack now. Seeing what can be done, taking a look at what's ahead of her. Coming up the middle, going around the outside. Number 30, push pass was in the way. Squeezes on by, and not quite. She's still making her way through on the outside. But that is 4 points picked up by number 89, Emski there for Living Dead. And that is the jam.
And the end of that jam sees Brass Monkey still sitting in the box. And on a side note, Brass Monkey made her WFTDA debut last night with the CRDA A team.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great for her. At this point, too, let's take a look at the points per jam. So you'll see in the middle the bar graphs there showing which team's getting the points. And if both teams get points, then you'll see the split there. So the highest scoring there, as we saw there, kind of in the midpoint of this half, we have 16 points there for Jane Deere. So, again, a great kind of overview about where the points are going and when, as we currently have Jane Deere leading 81 to Living Dead's 37. And with an official review here, the microphone, there we go. I think she's going to talk right away.
Evil is asking for the jammer to receive an illegal contact during a no pack. They're claiming that the jammer initiated contact.
There we go. Heard it from the ref herself. Let's see what comes out as a result of this official review. It's been a great time so far here at the Acadia Recreation Complex in Calgary, Alberta. Great weather. We really lucked out outside as well, and we had an ice cream truck here yesterday, which was great to see. So really taking advantage of that hot weather. Looks like we have one of our referees coming to the table here now. This is Scooby Don't. Here we go. Yep, we're good.
White blocker stepped in front of the green jammer. She was the initiator of the contact. Therefore, the call will stay as it is.
The call will stand. There we go. We heard it from her herself. So we are going back to the action. We have Spitney and Masquerade coming at that jam line again as we get started on jam number 23. Spitney, wow, some great footwork there trying to find a way. Is that a wheel? Is that a toe stop?
That's a toe stop.
That's a toe
on
stop.
The track.
Yeah, there we go. Nice guy, Eddie, flicking it off for the officials there. That's great to see. And Masquerade picking up that lead jam stats. I wonder whose toe stop that was.
I was just going to say, I'm interested to know who's skating out there without a toe stop.
I'm trying to see from this angle. Nope, Fire Vixen's got all of hers.
Yep.
And that was I think it was a star pass to Fire Vixen, by the way, too. Masquerade calling up the jam as Fire Vixen was coming up from behind. That's 4 points picked up by Jane Deere on that pass. I'm still trying to look at the toe stops. Don't see anybody. I must have missed it.
I don't see anybody missing one. Maybe it was the refs. I don't know.
Maybe it fell from the sky.
It could have.
Oh, yeah, I think it was the refs.
It'd be like, it's rain and toe stops.
It's rain and toe stops. Will be the next #1 hit. And at this point, we have reached our intermission for this game, so we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some more exciting action in this game. Jane Deere taking on Living Dead Current score, Jane Deere in the lead, 85 to Living Dead's 37. This is Professor Aggressor.
And I'm Jazzonaut.
And we will see you in a bit. And we are back. Welcome back to this exciting matchup. We have Jane Deere going up against the evil Living Dead. Jane Deere ahead 85 to Living Dead's 37. In the first half, we had Jane Deere ran consistent jammer rotation, so the same jammers coming on after on in that rotation. The highest score is number 393 Rogue Rash with 16 points in jam number 2.
For the Living Dead, our top scorer was Harleyson. She, number 21, she jammed most of the jams with 10 jams, and she scored 19 points.
That was awesome. That was a great one to see, absolutely, in that first half. And we're getting excited and ready to go here in the second half as well. So let's take a quick look before we start the second half here at the points per jam again. As you're bringing it up here, seeing a great spread. So there again, there's that 16-point jam we talked about earlier, and there was the 8-point jam as well for Living Dead in about the mid-section of the first half as well, and that was their highest scoring jam there as well. So great point spread, and we look forward to some more exciting action this exciting half. Exciting action in this exciting half? Is it exciting twice in the same sentence?
You're just really excited
I
to
guess
watch
I'm
these
just
players.
too excited, I guess. Oh, that's good.
It's been a great tournament. These players have brought so much to the track, so much for their fans.
Absolutely. And last night's game when we had Calgary versus Edmonton as well, that was a fantastic game. We had so many people come out that we filled the track on the outside when we slapped hands at the end. So that was great to see a full arena packed full of people just cheering on both teams. 1 minute to go until we start this half.
So what do you think? Are we going to see a reduction in penalties this half, or should we maybe not talk about that? Or
well, it'll be interesting to see here. I can actually pull up the penalties here as well. So we'll take a quick look at penalties for Living Dead here. Looks like number 664 has 4 penalties as well, so that'll be the most there for that team. And quickly looking at the penalties for Jane Deere. 29 seconds left before we start. We have Masquerade with 3 penalties. And a lot have 2 and some have 1, so interesting point. So to answer your question, I hope we see a reduction. I guess time will tell, but
I hope we do. Yeah.
Maybe some more power jams could help out as well. All right, 7 seconds left before we start the second half in the Battle of Alberta. The Battle of Alberta.
Ooh, that's a tongue twister.
That's a mouthful a little bit, but I think I got it the second time. Fire Vixen, Masquerade. Here we go, and it is Masquerade. Wow, getting out fast. Picking up that lead jam status as Madam Mim was pushing out number 120. That's Fire Vixen for Living Dead. Masquerade come back around. Oh, and a quick fall there by In a Flash, number 33. But it is Fire Vixen. That wasn't a pass. Yep, Fire Vixen putting back on the star for that initial pass. And with that, the jam is called off by Jane Deere.
Fire Vixen has quite the shoulder to throw into those blockers when she's coming into the pack, and you definitely don't want to underestimate the power of those jammers to do those big hits that you normally or typically see the blockers doing.
Never underestimate the power of a jammer.
Yeah.
All right, on the line, we have Rogue Rash going up against Spitney. Both are working hard in the back. Rogue Rash found a little lane there, but gets shoved off down there. Spitney's still trying to find her way through in the back of the pack. But it is indeed Rogue Rash picking up the lead jam for Jane Deere as she makes her way around the track. Shell C3PO doing some great blocking down low there on the pivot, that was a star pass to the pivot there for Living Dead, and that is number 180, Rip Curl, putting on that star. But picking up 4 points is Rogue Rash on that pass, making a swift pass, everybody there. Rip Curl coming from behind, and the jam is called off on that one as well. So overall in that jam, 4 points picked up by Jane Deere increasing their lead to 93 to Living Dead's 37. Out is coming to an end. We're still hearing it. Do you still hear that?
I still hear that. It's not my mic. Maybe their mic's on.
Maybe. Let's see if we can, if it continues, try to communicate with them to turn it off. Okay, Spitney Masquerade up in the line here for the Jammers. Spitney out in front. Oh, there was 3 skaters there that took a little bit of a tumble. And it is Spitney indeed picking up that lead jam status for Living Dead. Oh, she almost went out there, but it's great to see her athletic ability staying in there. And she's making her way through the back. There's, wow, 4 people for Jane Deere that she's got to get through in the back there. And she's trying her best as Masquerade is out in front. And Emsky is holding her accountable for what she's trying to do. And there we go. She gets on by. So that's Masquerade with the initial pass. And Spitney calls off the jam as Masquerade was coming in from the back to pick up some more points.
Wow, that was a nice, hard-hitting jam.
It really was.
We also have to mention, too, that we've got a few players that are skating in a few games. We've got Roxy Balboa, Harley Sin, and Push Push Pass that are all skating in the next game. They're skating in the OCRD Mixed Gender and Near Oddities. They also played back-to-back games yesterday, so that is a great show for their endurance.
Back-to-back yesterday and back-to-back today. Great for them. Fire Vixen, Rogue Rash. Here as the Jammers, Rogue Rash out in front trying to get through the pack there, working around the outside, squeezes on by and picks up lead jam status there. We have a penalty going to Living Dead as well as Rogue Rash makes her way through, and Fire Vixen still trying to find that initial pass with some great defense by Jane Deere. Oh, look at that, going all the way back. Brass Monkey with a great hit, recycling Fire Vixen as she's coming up through. Luscious Lynn as well with some great little taps there on Fire Vixen. Oh, look, there you go. Another star pass.
Yep.
Successful to Emsky, and Emsky is gone. So there's the initial pass for Living Dead. Rogue Rash with a pass as well. So 4 points there for Rogue Rash as she's making her way through, and she calls off the jam as Emsky is making her way through this. So it was an 8-point jam there for Jane Deere, increasing that lead. So they have 127 Jane Deere, 49 for Living Dead with just under 13 minutes left to go in this exciting second half.
It's kind of interesting to watch when Jane Deeres are calling off the jam if they're behind the jammer, the Living Dead jammer. They really wait until they get all the energy out, go right up to the pack, and they call it off right before
right
they
there.
get there.
Also, in this half, this is the 3rd star pass that we've seen for the Living Dead, so they continue their streak of star passes. Harley Sin, Lady Bits, here we go in this jam. Harley Sin was recycled coming out through the back. Lady Bits pushing her way through, going around the outside. Harley Sin pushed out, and that was in a flash, I do believe, or is that Blair? I think it was Blair, there we go. Blair block indeed. Yes, it was Harley Sin coming on through, and that is the lead jam picking up by Lady Bits there. She comes around the outside, strolling her way through. Harley Sin coming up the middle of the pack. Oh, bit of a tumble there by Lady Bits, but she gets up and she is gone. Picking up 4 points, yes indeed, for Jane Deere. Harley Sin coming around the inside with Jigs doing some great blocking there. Gets knocked down, Harleyson does. She gets back up a little slowly. She looks pretty exhausted. Lady Bits taking a bit of a tumble there on the outside, and that will likely be a penalty. Yes, it is. There we go. Jane Deere's blockers going off. That is number 3 in a flash. Taking a penalty there. Lady Bits coming up from behind. A little dance, a little motion. Her right arm was flinging up in the air as she gets into the... Oh, look at that. Wow. Harley Sin. I was almost lost for words there, but Harley Sin making that initial pass there. Lady Bits making another pass as well, picking up 4 points for Jane Deere. And that was the jam.
Yeah, Harley Sin's tired. She wasn't able to get much help from her blockers. Her blockers were being kept busy by Jane Deere's jammer.
You could definitely tell she was just getting up slow and just kind of looking. She's like, oh, I got to find this energy here. So that was an 8-point jam for Jane Deere. Current score, Jane Deere is leading Living Dead 135-53 with 10 minutes and 32 seconds left in this game. Emsky, Masquerade, head-to-head again in this jam. Emsky working her way around the outside with some fancy footwork and a little move there on the inside, taking lead jam status for Living Dead, and a penalty going to the pivot for Living Dead. And in a flash, coming back from the penalty box again, that door just keeps revolving, and Masquerade there with that initial pass. So that is being waved on there, and Emsky working hard up the front, getting some great shoves there by In a Flash right there, and In a Flash goes down, but Emsky, she's looking at their coach. She's like, where am I going? What am I doing? What's the plan? And she picks up 4 points there, but also Masquerade as well, picking up 4 points on that pass. Roxy Balboa getting ready for some embracing action there. Emsky makes her way around, gets recycled, and calls off the jam.
The Living Dead managed to pick up 5 points that jam, while the Jane Deeres picked up 4.
6. It was 6. Just at the end there, they clarified she passed 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
But that was
so
just.
All right. So
so you weren't wrong. Just updating. All right, back at the line. Rogue Rash, Fire Vixen. Let's see what they can do. Fire Vixen takes a bit of a tumble, goes down, but gets back up early into the pack. Oh, she finds on the inside. Is anybody there? Oh, yeah, somebody's there. That was a great blocker by Lush Luthor, number 6'9", there with a hit. But Rogue Rash is getting out and taking that lead jam status for Jane Deere. It's Fire Vixen. Well, another successful star pass. Look at that for the Living Dead. That's another one. My goodness. So that was a fantastic, successful star pass. But on the same time, Rogue Rash picking up 4 points. She makes the pass. So Spitney got the star pass now for Living Dead. Yep.
And she waits until the end.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Rogue Rash calling that one off. And that is now the 4th star pass in this half for Living Dead. So they're continuing on their trend.
I think they have a basic strategy of if they don't get lead jam, take the helmet cover off.
Yep, exactly.
If you can get through, get through. If you can't, pass that star. You don't score any points on that initial pass anyways.
Yep, exactly. Exactly true. Rip Curl, Lady Bits. Let's see what can be done. Rip Curl trying to find her way through the middle of the pack, but gets pushed to the inside and finds the inside lane. Yes, indeed. And that is a lead jam for Living Dead, as the Lady Bits is still working hard up the middle of the pack. That's a very tight pack group there, and gets pushed out by Emsky. Rip Curl back in the pack now, seeing what she can do, trying to push her way through. One blocker left. That was a great block there by, that was number 2, Punchkin, but takes a penalty on that one. And Rip Curl getting 4 points on that pass. And we have Lady Bitch. She took off the star and is putting it back on for that initial pass, so no points there, but that is her initial pass. Rip Curl now coming up in the back of the pack. And yeah, there we go. Calls it off there as she squirts her way around, picking up 3 points. That was a great little pass there, so chipping away that lead. And we have just over 7 minutes left in this exciting game. Again, Battle of Alberta, Calgary versus Edmonton. Jane Deere is leading 143 to Living Dead 66. Masquerade and Spitney on the line now. Spitney out in front using her toe stops very well, and she gets back into the middle of things. Masquerade, though, finds that middle line and picks up lead jam for Jane Deere. Spitney is still working hard out front. She's got the pivot left to go in a flash, and there we go. She makes her initial pass as well. Masquerade coming into the pack in the back, and she's trying to push her way through. A lot of great blocking. Oh, yeah, there she goes. She's calling off the jam, breaking it up, picking up 3 points on that pass. So 146 for Jane Deere, 66 Living Dead with over 6 minutes left to go in this game. And we have another exciting matchup here. Rogrash and Emsky going back head to head in this next jam. This will be jam number 20. Smoke Show and Rip Curl getting set up to embrace Rogrash. And there we go. Emsky makes her way around to the middle. Tries to squirt to the inside, but it is Rogrash picking up lead jam as she found the outside lane there. Emsky still trying to get her way by, and she does. There she goes. So that is her initial pass there. Rogrash coming in from behind, working her way back to the pack. The pack is moving. The pack is grooving. And here comes Rogrash up the middle. Finds the lane. Squirts around the outside and calls it off as she got past Smoke Show there, the blocker, and picks up a few more points. So that is 3 there on that last pass. That was I guess that was a minute jam. So I was gonna say it was a medium paced jam, and it was a minute long.
It was right in the middle.
It was right in the middle. It was a great average.
Any more than that.
Have we had a full 2-minute jam at this game?
I believe we have.
Did we? I'm trying to think the last time it happened. Here we go. Lady Bits, Fire Vixen, going head to head. Brass Monkey with a great little block there and pushes Fire Vixen out to the outside, but Lady Bits picking up a lead jam for Jane Deere. Fire Vixen coming in the back again from that hit from Brass Monkey. And that was a great hit there. Down low, Fire Vixen still trying to find her way through. Comes back out and around. A tumble out in front. Lady Bits finds the lane. Yes, indeed. That is 4 points picked up by Lady Bits. And a penalty going to the pivot for Jane Deere as well. Fire Vixen still trying to... Was that a star pass? I thought I might have seen that, but... Oh, yeah, it was. It was a star pass. Yes, indeed. That's going to number 2-1. That's Harley Sin with the star pass there. And I'm trying to find our way back. Where is Lady Bits in all of this? And, oh, there she is. She's making her way through. Right on the opposite side of where we're sitting, so it's hard to see. But it's great. And here we go. Harley Sin again with that star pass. You can see the exhaustion on her face now that she has that initial pass for Living Dead. And we have the pivot again coming back for Jane Deere. And Harley Sin, you can hear it from the bench, picking up an exciting 4 points for Living Dead. Great job. And Lady Bits calling off that jam there. Right?
Nope.
Oh, she got a penalty. I'm like, I saw it.
She can't call it off.
Nope.
If she's got a penalty.
That's right. So cannot call off the jam. So Harley Sin is on the power jam now. She's coming in from behind, making her way up the middle. 3 minutes left in this game.
And this is going to be a full 2-minute jam.
That's right. It will have to be. We were just talking about that. This one will have to be.
We did.
Brass Monkey out in front. And there's the space. Brass Monkey with the hit. And there we go. Yes, indeed. Harley Sin. And folks, we do apologize. There was a stream issue, but it has been resolved, so we are sorry for the interruption there with some of that microphone ruffling in the background, but it has been sorted out.
Perfect.
2 minutes, 27 seconds left in this game, and it has been a very exciting one. Jane Deere in the lead currently, 153, Living Dead 74, and that was 8 points picked up by Living Dead in the last jam, and 6 points by Jane Deere. So 155-74. Here we go. Next jam underway. Rip Curl is the jammer here as Lady Bits is in the penalty box, but coming out now. But Rip Curl picking up a lead jam status there. Lady Bits working hard in the back, trying to find her way around the outside. And she finds the inside lane, but is getting blocked out front. Still trying to push her way through as Rip Curl comes in from the back. Making her way to the outside and finds the lane, gets a bit of a shove and stays up. and she's trying to get up, but the pack catches up to her, but she finds a lane, and a great attempt by In a Flash to get her up, but Rip Curl making that way around, picking up 4 points for Living Dead. Lady Bits, a star pass. We haven't seen a star pass for Jane Deere in a while, going over to Punchkin, the pivot, as Punchkin tries to make her way through a round, making her way into the middle, but is getting blocked. Indeed. Oh, and there is a bit of a tumble there down low. In a Flash. Oh, she got bumped down. And Rip Curl picking up 3 points on that pass as she makes her way back around. Punchkin now is trying in the front there. Bit of a smaller figure to try to get through some of these blockers. Getting bumped and shoved, trying to make her way through up the middle. Some great blocking there by a push pass. And she was holding onto her chin there. Might have got hit there a little bit, but there was a penalty going to Living Dead. And this has been 7 points picked up by Living Dead in this jam so far, as we make our way back into the pack. So we have a power jam now for, oh my goodness, that was a big hit, and the skater is down. There we go, she is up. She's breathing hard, but looks like she'll be okay. Just got to get some rest and heal up. So late in the game, too. We have 37 seconds left.
It is. Skaters have to honor their bodies, and that's why the refs ask a skater that's down, are you okay? And it's a skater's choice as to whether or not that they're going to see the medic.
Yeah, no, for sure. And if they are down, they have to at least be up for 3 jams, I do believe, correct?
It is,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. All right, so you do see sometimes where some skaters get injured and they just get up after being injured because they don't want to sit out for 3, which is unfortunate. But depending obviously on the scenario and how injured they actually are, of course.
Yeah.
So the officials just having a meeting in the middle of the track as well here.
So just to note, this is the 5th game that Push Pass has played at Flat Track Fever 2019. And she's supposed to be playing in the next game as well. So I hope she's just needing a bit of a breather.
Yeah, we will certainly see. And hopefully we see her out in the next game. She's taking her skates off right now, so maybe just catching a breather here for a bit. Okay, well, I hope she's okay. And we're getting back into the action here now as we head back to the track. Jane Deere, 155. Living Dead, 84. We have 37 seconds left in this game.
So what do you think? Last jam?
I'm thinking so. But who knows? Who knows? But I'm thinking so. All right, here we go. Masquerade, Rip Curl going head to head, but Rip Curl is in the penalty box, so it's currently power jam for Masquerade, making her way through the middle, having some great blocks there, but she makes her way through, picking up lead jam status for Jane Deere. 20 seconds left in the game. Masquerade working her way around as Rip Curl comes back in from the penalty box. Masquerade trying to find her way on the inside. She's trying to find the lane, pushing through, pushing hard, and she's through. That was some great attempts there by Fire Vixen, but it is Masquerade picking up 4 points there. And Rip Curl now making the initial pass, calling off the jam. What a fantastic game. We've seen a lot of great action, a lot of penalties as we saw, a lot of star passes. This game, we've seen so many star passes, which is great to see.
I think they used all their tools in their toolboxes. We really saw everything that, a skater practices over and over and over again, so
we
hoping
really
to use, and I think they used it all.
I think so too. That was great to see. So the unofficial score, Jane Deere 159, Living Dead 84. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned. Again, we have some more exciting matchups left in this final day at Flat Track Fever 2019. My name is Professor Aggressor.
And I am Jazernaut.
And we are signing off. Have a great afternoon, and stay tuned for some more exciting action here in Calgary, Alberta.